Hey YouTube, welcome back to Super Lorcana World. It's your one-stop shop for everything Lorcana, and we have a whole new week worth of reveals to discuss. I think this Monday format of looking at the reveals from the previous week works really well. If you guys think so too, let me know in the comments. But last week some cards were revealed and some additional cards were clarified, and it's a rootin' tootin' good time at the moment. You're eating well, especially if you're an Emerald player. So, we're going to dive right into it. Let me know so far what your favorite card released in Set 2 is. And if you like these videos, please like, comment, subscribe, let me know. We'd really appreciate it. We're so close to 2,000 subs. We're so close. We're getting there. Anyway, so let's start with the first card on the list here, Beast. This wonderful strong card is a 6-cost inkable card, by the way. A 4/5 that quests for 2, and its ability Second Wind. Whenever an opposing character is damaged, you may ready this character. Now, I thought this card was translated incorrectly. There was no way that I thought that this was the real translation of it. I thought surely there was a mistake. Because originally when we saw the card the day before or whatever, it was only in German, right? So I was like, maybe it got translated wrong. Maybe this card is just wrong. Surely it's not as good as it reads. However, I was surprised when Matrix Sean here on Twitter asked Disney Lorcana for a ruling. With the English version being released, I'll ask, will Beast ready on my opponent's turn as well? I'm assuming it would, either way the card is very strong. To which Disney Lorcana official replied and said, it readies whenever an opposing character is damaged. It doesn't matter what turn that happens in. So they confirmed this card's printing is exactly as printed. Well, I don't need to tell you just how powerful this card is. This is probably the best card revealed so far. Maybe in all of Lorcana. I don't think that's a stretch. I almost want to make a separate, how good is it video on this card. Because this card has limitless potential. Just with okay. I have a whole list on my phone here of things that this card works with. I'm just going to give you a handful of ideas for you to work with. Just a handful. First of all, notorious, obvious picks go to steel decks. Because steel decks have the most damaging things. Fire the cannons on repeat thanks to Hook. Smash. Grab swords. You can sing this. Play grab your swords. And it readies. Isn't that just something? Isn't that just crazy? It can also attack multiple characters in a row. If you damage a character, hey, you get on suspense. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. And that's just in steel. It is the most abusable ink with it. I will say that. That's why I mentioned it. But there are so many applications. Free song fodder. Multi-attacker. You can quest a lot. Now, some people in the comments are going to say, well, Mario, it's not that good because, you need to have all those damaging cards in your hand and your draw power. Like that. No. That's a terrible excuse, and if you think that, you should feel bad. Yeah. Well, this card's nuts. With the right setup, this thing, unlike turn 7, because you can't quest turn 6, you play this card turn 6, right? Turn 7, if it survives the turn, you could sing a whole new world if you have no cards in your hand. Draw 7 cards. All of a sudden, you have 7 ink to use. And if you're drawing multiple removal cards, or damage cards, I should say, like fire cannons, or the green equivalent of it, or smash, or swords, or whatever, you get so much value from this card. It's nuts. Insane. Crazy. This card is something else. This card is unlike anything I've ever read before in my life. This is... I'm going to save my thoughts for a different day. Otherwise, I could be here for a whole hour talking about this card. I have that many notes on this card. So, yeah, this card is crazy. This card's stupid. Funny, we know both Emerald Legendaries in this set. And they're both bangers, by the way. This one is something else. The only way to avoid this card, honestly, is you either kill it the turn it comes into play, or you have no characters on board. Because if they have nothing to damage, then you can't do the unsuspendy thingy. And that might just be the way. So definitely ways to play around it, but man, oh man. Oh man. Okay, we're going to move on now. Improvise. Another Emerald card released. A 1-cost inkable action. Chosen character gets +1 attack this turn, draw a card. If it wasn't for the draw card, this card would be terrible, but it has draw a card, this card is great. Pair with the fact that it's inkable if you don't need it. The card replaces itself. Good common. Good common that I'm sure we'll see play. I don't really have too much to say about that. It's good. Donald Duck got the printing here. We'll talk about that another day. We got Mouse Armor. We have a 2-cost non-inkable item that exerts to give chosen character resist +1 until the start of your next turn. Resist is really the theme. That's another way, by the way, to solve your beast shenanigans. Just have a bunch of resist dudes on board. That's going to be harder damage. Anyway, back to Mouse Armor here. Giving something resist is cool, is neat, helps you with aggro for sure. My thoughts are things like Dragonfire is still going to exist. And the second set, I'm sure we'll have a whole new slew of removal cards as well that are good. It just seems resist loses to removal. So that it's taking slots in your deck to dedicate to resist when it could just lose to a Dragonfire seems really unfortunate to me. I don't think this card will see any kind of ridiculous play because, like I said, it loses. Resist loses to Ruby Amethyst. Just straight up. That whole archetype, that whole ability, resist, loses to that whole deck. And it loses to Ruby in general, and it loses to removal in general. Anyway, I like resist on bodies. This is like, yeah, whatever. Not a big deal in my opinion. The Robin Hood, the Minnie Mouse, and the Bucky all got clarified. One lore, one lore, one lore. We know Minnie Mouse already, and Robin Hood's a 1/3, and Bucky's a 1/1. Yeah, this Bucky card is really good because play Floorborn. Each opponent just discard a card. You can definitely do some kind of Floorborn Turbo hand discard deck. I'm sure. We'll have the cards for by the time the second set is fully revealed. The last new card actually revealed though is Panic. Panic is a 3-cost non-inkable 2/3 that quests for 2. In terms of Emerald aggro value, not that bad actually. Its ability, I Can Handle It, says when you play this character, chosen character gets +2 for this turn. If the chosen character is named Pain, it's +4 instead. Needless to say, this alludes to some pain coming to the TCG. Yeah, that's it. It's a good tool, I think, for the aggro strats. 'Cause it's another 3-drop that quests for 2. Like, it can't be bad. Will it see play over some of the other cards that see play, like Cheshire Cat? Depends on how good Pain is, honestly. Or if people really want to get the +2 attack. I think this card is capable of seeing meta play. It will just depend on how the rest of the format is shaped around it. But yeah, that's it for all the new cards. Really, it was just the same cards that were kind of revealed partially, and then we got the Beast, the Improvise, the Panic, and the Mouse Armor. Big winning week for Emerald, by the way. Holy moly. We're definitely going to talk about this card later on, I'm sure. This card changes everything. And I don't use that term loosely. This card is something else. It's... Oh boy! Yeah, that's all for today's video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I will see you later. Bye!